Hello, good morning. So we are learning our Java concept in Unit 1. Today we will understand about uh, class and some better perspective. Okay, let's understand it better. See, first of all, we need to understand about the class fundamental, and our reference book is Herbert Still. Okay, our reference book is Herbert Still. Okay, in we have this definition from our Herbert Still book. The book name is Complete Reference Java. See, first of all, we need to understand what really the class is all about. Here we have written class is a template. And what is meaning of the template? Template is like, this circle. This circle can be a template and we can improvise some different objects out there. Class is a template for an object. Understand here how I am improvising some different faces in this. I have three objects A, B, C. This is a class which is a template. We have three objects, okay, A, B, C. And how I'm going to improvise this like this. Now we have, this is our template and we have our three objects in practical world. So class is a template, an object template for an object which is very much. We are getting an example from this example that we have a circle as a template, and within circle we draw three different faces of emotions, and which you can say that it's like an object. Now, and an object is an instance of a class. An object is an instance of a class, which is very much visible here. After getting a template in a class, we having at this object 1, 2, A, B, C actually, and which is like an instance of this class template. So, by definition, object we have, object is an instance of a class. We will often, object is an instance of a class. You will often use words object and instance and used interchangeably. A class is declared by use of class keyword. Okay, the class is used by a use class keyword, and its definition model is, first of all we have a class keyword, then we have a class name, then we have instance variables. After that, it's followed by a method. So this is a definition of a class and how class and objects is interchangeably and intermixed with each other. Class provide a structure, and formation, the real world formation is taken care by an object. Let's move ahead. Let's take an example of our book only. Chapter 6, Introduction of a Classes. So, why we need a reference in this class and object? Because class and object is such a topic which has been defined individually by every person who has understanding of the program. So that's why I take a reference book for your understanding, that refer to this thing and explore some different applicative concept available on the internet. Let's understand this book model again. Here in book we came across that the data or variable defined within a classes are called instance variable. See, See, this is a small definition, but we need to understand this. The code is contained within methods. Very important. So for the class structure, now we have class, class name, type of instance variable, so then closed. Then we will write type, method name, and within that method name we have our parameter list. And then we close this. So actually, this class format is like this. We initialize this class by the class name, and this is we use class keyword. Then we have our class name. Then we initialize our this curly braces. Then when it is initialized, this needs to be closed. And within that we will initialize our instance variable, and after that we will initialize our method name in which parameter list are passed. Understand this. This class has two things. First, operation. Second, attributes. In class, we define operations and attributes. And in practical world, in object, based on the definition, in mean to say that based on the type of instance variable, we define our value. We defined our value. Based on the type of the method name, or you can say that operations, we defined our method in object. So let's understand it. Let's understand this very easy in an easy manner. The data or variables defined within a class are called instance variables. The code is contained within the method name. This is the class template. Class name, type instance variable, type method name, parameter list, and like this. And this class is our keyword, and this is the class name, and how this is going to be functioning. Okay. This is the way it is. So I hope you understand. I hope you understand how this class thing is working. In class, we are defining a template of instance variables, like we call it an attribute or operations. And these operations in practical, we have an object. So, like in our previous example, we take this circle. This circle has some attributes. Like if I go in the mathematical model, it had some radius, okay, r, and we have, okay. Here also we can initialize this r. With this r, we can initialize these three circles and can model it according to the need of emotions. Okay. So this is the template one, which is defined in this class name, and this is the objects, A, B, C objects, which is defined on the base of the definition by a class. So in general, it is the class give a basic structure to our objects, on which objects are instantiated. Okay, let's move ahead a little bit more. So till the time we understand what is class and what is object, object is a template. Class is a template and object is instantiated on based on that template. Class has an attribute and operations. Uh, so in simple line, class will have an attribute and operations. Object will have value and method. In the UML mod, okay, we use this terminologies. Okay, you will understand UML model in software engineering. So this is what the table is all about. Class attribute operation, method value object. Class when it is class is a template. Based on the template we instantiate this object and this class is referred to this object. Okay. Class is referred to this object, attribute is referred to this value, operations. So I hope you understand about class and object. Let's understand this programming aspects little bit more, how it is used. And I'm going to refer this book only because I want you to refer this book. So we have this definitions like the methods and variables defined within a class are called members class. Start point is methods determine how class data can be used. Very important point. This is a job of method because we have access modifiers like public, protected, private, which is defined before this method class. This method, which is defined before, which is defined before this. Which is defined before this method actually when class is defined. This gives this method an idea how he will utilize this data. Because end of the day, all the object-oriented concepts is all about securing of data. How data is secure. We are very much concerned of the security of the data. We are very much concerned how our data is secure. For that, we use various object-oriented principles. Come on. For that, we use various object-oriented principles like encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Okay, now let's understand this. These are object-oriented principles by default used in our class model in Java. Whenever you are writing a class keyword, okay, you are defining some template, okay, you are defining this template, and when you are defining this template, okay, when you are defining this template, you already able to use this encapsulate property. When you are defining some attributes, you are already working in an inheritance. Okay, you are already using the concept of abstraction. When you are giving this access modifiers like public, private, protected, end of the day, you are restricting the use of this method to the different instantiated classes. So you are already using this inheritance. Polymorphism will be the power of this method, and how when it is inherited, in how different ways, it can be used is the concept of polymorphism. So I hope you understand what really the class is all about, what really the object-oriented principle is all about, and how this object-oriented principle is instantiated with the help of this encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. In our classes, we already discussed about this encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. And in continuation, we understand how this. We'll understand how in some how this things is taken care by the various keywords and classes. Okay. Okay. Moving ahead. Let's see some. I have just taken this lecture just to make sure that how all the things are working in parallel actually for producing our desires through code. All these object-oriented principles, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, are working in parallel in code to get our desired done. Okay, so end of the day, this object-oriented is the base for our Java programming. Understand this? Whenever we say object-oriented, why everyone are going to ask about this question in futures? This is a base for your Java programming. Okay. I hope you understand this concept. How this object-oriented is, symmetrically connected to each other and how it's working. It is interdependent. It is interdependent to each other, but working in the parallel manner under the one umbrella of object-oriented. It is different. Encapsulation is different. Abstraction is different. Inheritance is different. Polymorphism is different. But working in the interchangeable manner. Working in an intervening manner, not interchangeable. Under the common roof of object-oriented, producing our desired results with the help of the Java programming. Okay, this is something we need to understand. And how this thing is done? This thing is done with the help of the class and attributes. Class, attributes, operations, and when practically we instantiate a new object, that is, that object is known as this value and methods. I hope you understand the concept of class and object. I hope you understand the concept of this uh, class as a template, you know. So let's have a small programming dimension. Again, I'm going to refer this base book. So this is one of the primary program used in our books, a program that uses box class. and calculate volume. Now understand this. What we have in our explanation, it is one of the practical domain. This is our class keyword. Okay. This is our class name. This is our instance variable. Okay. Now, this class, double width, double height, double width, because in our formula of the volume we have width cross height cross depth. Understand this. So we define a double width, double height, double depth. Now, we initialize this class from here and close this class here. Again, initialize a new class, box demo. Here we are giving the template actually, template of the definition of the attributes. Okay. Here, then we initialize one more class. This is a box demo, in which we define our main function. This is our main function. This is our access modifier. This is a static keyword, which implies that we can't change anything in this main. This is the return type. Void as return type. String arguments. The string is the data type by default defined in our Java. And arguments as like an array. And arguments will be created like an array. Here, the most important thing. This class, we initialize this class. Box. Then this is an object. My box is an object. We take a keyword, new keyword. This is box, this is my box, an object, this is new keyword, and this is a constructor, class constructor. Box, my box, new keyword, class constructor. Then we define double volume. We know our definition, width cross h cross d. Now let's go ahead. This dot operator is used to connect the variable with our object, with our instance variable, which is defined in our class template. My box is an object which is defined here. Okay, this is an object, and this is an instance variable defined in the class. So my box dot object. Now this object is getting shaped. My box, this object is getting shaped like this. His width is 10, his height is 20, his depth is 15. Okay, now this is a spatial. Now we need to calculate the volume of this class. How we are going to use? We use this numbers only 10, 20, 15, and this is a definition. My box dot width. So my box dot width, my box dot height, my box dot depth is multiplied. This is an operation. Is multiplied, and it will be, and when these three values will be multiplied, it will be assigned to volume. Now we need we have defined the volume here, so assigned to the volume. Now we need to print this volume. So system.out println volume is the following after calculation. The volume is will be plus volume. Pre-operator, pre-concatenation, then volume. So what will the result? 10 cross 20, 200 plus cross 15. 15 to the 3. So our volume will be 3000. So final answer will be printed after this program will be 3000. So where here we are able to understand each and everything in our lecture. What really the class is all about. What really the object is all about. How the object is defined. How in the within the instance variable we attach the classes and define the value, and finally the value will get a method, and method is calculated and our value is in the next flow. So I hope you understand the class and object. Thank you for your patience. And understand this in a better manner. I hope you understand. Thank you.